Yes, sir.
In the scriptures, there's a mentioning about Mount Zion.
Yes.
We sang about it tonight. There's a spelling of it, S-I-O-N and Z-I-O-N.
Right.
Mount Hermon is referred to as Mount Zion in times, and then, am I right about that? And then Mount Zion down was it awful? Down at in Jerusalem itself was Mount Zion.
Yes.
Is there a connection between the two, or is there some explanation?
Well, there's an explanation, but it's way out. The explanation is God picks Jerusalem and the land of Palestine and the city of Jerusalem as types of the universe. And in your Bible is only about one chapter given on the construction of the universe. And yet when you read about the land of Palestine, there are details that come into about 6 chapters. Read about the city of Jerusalem, there's a whole 3 chapters on it in one book. Now the way that thing works is this, and I know this is way out left field, but then again the Bible's the wildest book ever written anyway. Beautiful situation is Mount Zion, the city of the great king, located on the sides of the north. All right? What of the side of the north? Isaiah chapter 14. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend and put my throne above the stars of God. I will ascend above the clouds and put my throne above the congregation on the sides of the north. Well, now, surely the devil didn't think he was going to take his throne and put it in Jerusalem down the ground. Or at Hebrews chapter 12, you have come to the heavenly Mount Zion, to innumerable company of angels, the spirit of just men made perfect, talking about heaven. So you've got a thing here where in the beginning, when God made the heaven and the earth, it was probably a thing like that, a universe like that. Now, a shaped universe, who can dig that? I can't. But if that thing if it's going to be side to the north, that direction is north, and it's got sides to it. And the Lord's throne was there, and He made the earth there. And then in Genesis chapter 1, that thing went under the water, and the firmament made in the middle of the water, above it and below it. And now you got your galaxies and nebula and the star cluster and Earth and the solar system sitting out there like that, with water above it and water below it. And that's why all through the Bible you read about folks dying and going someplace. It keeps talking about the waters overwhelming, the waters over my soul. In the flood of great waters, you get up and sing, I won't have to cross Jordan alone, echo back the ocean waves. May there be no weeping when I put off across the bar. On Jordan's stormy banks I stand and cast it. It goes on and on and on. When Jesus Christ came down this earth, the first 2 fellows He picked up were fishermen. Matter of fact, the first 4 He picked up were fishermen. You know why? Somebody's under the water. Follow me, I'll make you fishers of men. You've got to get out from underneath. Why do you take that thing right there? In that schema, it's a 3-sided thing like that. I read a book one time by a Lutheran preacher called The Answer to Everything. That was the name of the book, which is a pretty ambitious title, you know, when you think about it. And you know what he was saying? He was saying that since God was a Trinity, that everything in the world had to be a Trinity, because it was a manifestation of God. And you'd be surprised what he had in that thing. I'll give you the notes from it. I'll give you first his notes and then my notes. I mean, I took up where he quit. That's the strangest thing you ever saw. I mean, according to this fellow here, if there's something going on and you can't find the answer to it, it's because you're missing one part. And the one part that's missing always makes up the third part. This fellow taught, he said there isn't any fourth dimension. He said the fourth dimension is reality. We'll talk about a new dimension, time being the fourth dimension. Time, not the fourth dimension. That's the third dimension, the time, space, continuum. That isn't the fourth dimension. Now, what is reality? It's a combination of space, matter, and time. Without space, there's no reality. Without matter, there's no reality. Without time, there's no reality. What the reality is 3 things. Now, you take space. Space is length, width, breadth. There's no such thing as space that has 2 dimensions. When you draw a line up on that board, it has 3 dimensions to it. It may look like a line, it has width and has length, but you get a microscope and that booger's got depth. All right? It has matter, it's energy, motion, phenomena. If all 3 of them aren't present, there isn't any matter. Time is past, present, future. There's no present without the past. There's no past without the future. There's no past without the present. If you hear there's something behind you, something ahead of you, and somewhere you at. There's the thought, the word, the deed, the motive, the act, the consequence, the nation, nature, the person, the personality. The kingdoms are animal, vegetable, mineral. The color is chrome, hue and value. The music is harmony, rhythm and melody. You have faith in the Bible. Faith works in the Bible. Faith and works in the Bible. On this side you have North America, South America, Central America. Other side you have Africa, Asia, Europe. You go to grammar school, junior high school, break. Junior college, graduate school. 3 shots. You're on the land, of the sea, of the air, in the army, in the navy, the air force, under the sun, moon, or stars. You are light, medium, or you're heavy, and it's at the top, or the bottom, or the middle. Now you can take that thing on and on and on. You have Shem, Ham, Japheth. It's positive, it's negative, it's neutral, and there's only 3 answers: yes, no, or maybe. And you got Peter, James, and John. And in the Bible, in the New Testament, you have the Gospels, the Acts, and the Epistles. In the Old Testament, the Law, the writing of the prophets. And the Bible written in Hebrew and Greek and Aramaic. You can't beat that thing with a stick. That thing come out 3 every time it comes out. You know what a family is? It's a man and a woman and a child. And the 3 major religions are in the Christian setup: the Protestant, Greek Orthodox, and Catholic. And on and on and on. Upper part of the body, brain, heart, and the middle part of the body, stomach, intestines, and all that, skeletal system, respiratory system, all that kind of stuff. It'll all come down 3. So according to that thing there's a mountain. And Mount Zion is sometimes referring to Jerusalem on earth, down here. And sometimes it's referring to that thing up there. And the reason why it's connected with Hermon is when the Lord picked the land of Palestine, He picked a land with water up here, water down here, land in the middle, and Mount Hermon right there, where Zion, top of the mountain is. The snow is on Mount Hermon. And the thing goes, watch it again. He built Jerusalem like this. Pools of water here, Calvary right out there, north. But it goes further than that. You come right down here at the bottom of this thing here, and there's hellfire and eternal burning, Sodom and Gomorrah, and a lake of fire. And you come right down there, and there's Gehenna, the city dump, a type of hell, which means under that thing there's fire. Now, I know that's way out.
It may work out that Lebanon is heaven.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, that's what'll come out. North. Now, I hate to say that, being from the South. I hate to say that. But did you know, when you buy a compass and turn that thing on, that needle points right to the top of that mountain. And somebody said it's gravity. It's gravity. Your foot is the Lord trying to show you the way home. Amen. You know what they paint the needle? You know what they paint the needle on that compass? They paint it blue. Nothing like a King James Bible to clear up a seminary education. Okay, bro, that's all I have.